Hello and welcome to a new vlog and trip report, and today it's a flight report. We are flying again. We're going from Frankfurt to Gran Canaria, and here on the map you can see our route today. We're flying with Condor with an Airbus A321, and our flight route will take us to Paris, Bordeaux, and then over Spain and Portugal and the Atlantic Ocean to Gran Canaria. As always, I'm starting in Frankfurt at the Platzhirsch parking garage, and then I took a quite comfortable shuttle directly to Terminal 1. Unfortunately, today I had a not very nice gate. There was only one shop, so you had to queue for around 10 minutes to get a coffee. But at least there were some tables, so I could work until my flight was called for boarding. As always, I planned a lot of extra time for waiting times at the luggage drop-off or for the security check. But of course, it took only a couple of minutes. After I think around 10 or 15 minutes, I had done everything, so I had to wait for quite a while. We were then called quite early for our flight, and the bus was also departing quite early. Too early actually, so we arrived a bit too early at the plane. The plane was not ready yet, so we had to wait a few minutes in the bus. I know for some this is annoying, but I do not mind at all. I prefer to be a little bit too early there and waiting there instead of leaving the gate only when the plane is ready, and then in the end you might be too late and we might miss our slot, so I prefer it this way. And here we can see the interior of our plane. Seat pitch is, I would say, quite normal for a holiday flight. In general, there are not too many differences now. All planes are pretty tight, so it is quite okay. We have movable armrests, table, cup holder, and the seats are also quite comfortable. Here my suitcase was loaded, so that's also quite nice feeling to know the suitcase is with you in the plane. And now we're already leaving. Unfortunately, a little bit delayed because the luggage loading was delayed. Passengers were on board well ahead of schedule, but the luggage was delayed unfortunately, so we couldn't depart on time. But therefore we could skip the queue and we were immediately allowed to take off. And now we're gonna watch our takeoff, and of course we're also gonna listen to it with the original sound. We are up in the air, and now we're heading to the sun of the Canary Islands. We're heading to Gran Canaria, and now it's time to tell you a bit about my plane. We're flying with an Airbus A321 of Condor. The plane was built in 2015, so it's almost 11 years old, and it was first used in Colombia by Avianca. Then it was stored from 2021 until 2023, probably due to the pandemic, and after that it was used by Heston Airlines and Marabou Airlines, and it came to Condor in February 2024, and pretty soon after it received the Red Passion livery. As you might know, Condor has a very distinctive livery which consists of stripes which are white and one specific color, but there's not a specific color to all Condor planes, but they're different liveries. So in this case I got the red livery. There are also green or yellow or blue planes, so it's a quite interesting and very distinctive livery that Condor is using. Here we are above Paris. It took quite a while to get through the thick German clouds, but there were a bit less clouds over France, so I could see Paris, and we just saw Bordeaux from above. Here we can see the Atlantic Ocean for the first time. We're now heading to Spain. We're then crossing Spain. You can see a lot of Spain from above. As you can see here, there were even less clouds. A couple of minutes later we got a quite good view of Spain from above, and then we're heading to Portugal, crossing Portugal, and then for around the last 2 hours we're flying above the ocean. There is no entertainment at all on board of the Condor flights. There are no screens, so you have to bring your own entertainment, and there are also no included meals or drinks, not even coffee or water is included. You need to buy everything. You can buy meals in advance, and you can buy some smaller meals on board, and of course you can buy drinks on board, but you can also buy them at the terminal and bring them with you. And now we are finally approaching approaching the island of Gran Canaria, one of the main tourist islands of the Canary Islands. We had a quite interesting approach. We were flying straight onto the island, turning to the left, almost flying above the airport, and then turning to the right, and then making a 180 degrees turn and then landing. So I'm not sure why we did this approach, but you can see on Flight Radar that a lot of planes are taking this approach. So if you know more about this, let me know in the comment. I think it's quite interesting to fly so shortly in front of the airport in the directions where other planes are starting, but there must be a reason for it. So if you know the reason, let me know in the comments. We're now approaching Gran Canaria, and of course we're gonna watch the landing again with the original sound. The flight itself was quite nice and comfortable as a flight can be in economy at least, so it was quite nice and pleasant. Here we are now on the final approach to Gran Canaria, and of course we're gonna see the landing with the original sound, and of course we're gonna see the landing with the original sound. Here we are, welcome to the Canary Islands. We were landing almost on time, and we were then heading directly to a gate. That was quite nice, so no bus ride necessary. I could immediately leave the plane heading into the terminal building. So as I said, it was a quite nice and pleasant flight, and also the luggage was delivered pretty fastly. In the next videos I will tell you a bit more about why I flew to Gran Canaria, what I'm doing there. But that's it for now. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video. And if you're watching this video right after it was uploaded, I'm also wishing you a nice New Year's Eve and a good start into the new year 2026. And I'll see you again on the 1st of January with the next video.